Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to our community. Please feel free to look at previous videos that you may have missed.
We're here to praise our God with everything we got. So come and lift your hand.
This video is actually 2 years late, and it's one of the remaining 2 videos from my previous visit to the US.
Come bless the Lord with us. Oh yeah. Come bless the Lord.
Today we review a road trip I made with some of my friends from Lavin to the Grand Canyon in Arizona.
Not really be sick, but when I lift my hands to God and
The Grand Canyon is actually 229 miles or 368 kilometers from Lavin, and that's why we had to wake up early to avoid getting there late.
we lift it up to God. We're here to praise our
We were meant to leave by 4 a.m. in the morning, but started around 5 a.m. and somehow we kept on going back to the house, made several stops within Lavin until we finally left at 6:30. My friends did not want to appear on camera.
Come bless the Lord with us. Simba, sifa, kwake Mola.
Lavin is an urban village within the city limits of Phoenix, Arizona, while the Grand Canyon is the more rural part of Arizona.
Cause you had so much pain to bear.
We gained 6,000 feet in elevation, transitioning from a low and desert landscape into lush mountain forests before reaching the canyon's edge.
As your burdens he will.
This is one of those trips where the journey might have been just as important as the destination because of what we'll see.
Praise our God with everything we got. Come and lift your hands up high and wave them side to side. Don't be afraid to dance. Come bless the Lord.
Some of the vehicles that you will witness on your road trips in the US, some are common to what you find when you're driving in Africa or any other place, but some of them are quite unique, like a whole house being moved from one place to the other.
You have loved me. You're the only true God. Bwana wastahili sifa, wastahili kuabudiwa milele na milele. Bwana wastahili sifa, wastahili kuabudiwa milele na milele. We're here to praise our God with everything we've got. Come and lift your hands up high and wave them side to side. Don't be afraid to dance. Come bless the Lord with us. Oh yeah. Come bless the Lord with us. Oh yeah. Come bless the Lord with us. Come bless the Lord with us. Imba sifa kwake Mola. 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 I do things I shouldn't do, but I don't do what I should do. Just like Paul, I'm in a struggle. Every day's another battle. I'll stop. Things I have been doing, I have to do, gotta do what I'm meant to be doing. I'll stop. Things I have been doing, I have to do, gotta do what I'm meant to be doing. I'll stop. Things I have been doing, I have to, gotta do what I'm meant to be doing. When I'm down on my knees, I'll pray that you may just work on me.
It was the end of April. It was actually already spring, but on this side, because of the elevation, we were able to witness snow, not just on the mountain, but also on the side of the road. This was my first time just experiencing snow in the US, and it was on this road. Some part of this road trip actually did feel like driving through parts of Kenya, maybe going down to Nakuru or towards Eldoret. Sometimes it felt like I'm going on Kangundo Road, especially towards the Grand Canyon, and the part of the road just became really rural and felt like being back at home in some rural area. So this was really nice.
Keep pulling me down. Storms of life's upon me. Will I stand? Will I drown? In this wide, wide wilderness, will I find my way? Wide, wide wilderness, will I find my way?
Imagine seeing Fred Flintstone all the way out here. Apparently he has a Fred's Diner and Market, and he still shouts yabba dabba doo.
Hear this sinner's cry.
We are going to Grand Canyon. Look at the tractors near me. Yeah. Merudi Eldamaravin. Tuko Eldamaravin. No, not a mobile. Eldamaravin. Yeah.
Wide, wide wilderness, will I find my way?
Arizona is part of the wild, wide west. The old western movies were made. Some of them showed the Grand Canyon, and so getting to this point where we were able to see artwork showing, how it was the pioneers meeting with the natives at the time, and it was just an interesting display of some of the raids that used to happen on the caravans.
In this wide, wide wilderness, will I find my way?
Wanitongo pioneers, ndio hitu wanaita colonizers.
Find my way.
When we got to the Grand Canyon entrance, so many visitors from around the US were actually there, and also from around the world. Could hear people from different places there. Some were even Europeans. But a lot of the number plates were actually from other states other than Arizona. California, Washington, you could see a lot of those plates. This was actually on a Monday, so you can imagine still a lot of travel, a lot of tourism happening to the Grand Canyon.
Got to tell them the truth before it's too late for them to turn back. But no one seems to listen. I tried to shout, but no one seems to listen. They can't hear. Please hear me when I say.
So here are some surprising facts about the Grand Canyon, or some information that you probably might not know of. First, there is a secret village inside the Grand Canyon. Most tourists look down into the canyon from the rim, completely unaware that there is a community living right at the bottom. Supai village is located inside the canyon in the Havasupai Indian Reservation. It has a population of 200 people and is the most remote community in the lower 48 states. It is so inaccessible that it's the only place left in the US where mail is still delivered by mule trains.
You see, sometimes I act the
According to science, there is actually a missing 100 billion years of history. The canyon is famous for exposing distinct layers of rock as you hike down, acting like a timeline of Earth's history. However, there is a geological phenomenon here called the Great Unconformity. In certain areas, 500 million year old rock layers sit directly on top of rocks that are 1.5 billion years old. Somewhere in between a billion years of missing rock was completely erased by erosion before the newer layers formed. Geologists are still debating exactly how a seventh of the Earth's history just vanished from the record. It creates its own weather. The Grand Canyon is so massive and deep that it actively alters local weather patterns. The drastic change in elevation, dropping from about a mile from the rim to the river, creates entirely different ecosystems. When it is a cool 15 degrees with snow dusting the north rim, it can simultaneously be a scorching 38 degrees or 100 degrees Fahrenheit desert climate at the bottom. The deep chasm forces air masses to rise rapidly, which can cause sudden isolated thunderstorms and even reverse winds that blow up over the edge.
Yeah, but you're in shape. That's not a problem. We just don't hike it.
It's too quick.
I got a picture of a squirrel looking right at me.
Today?
Yeah, when we first started coming down. There he is.
Ooh.
Did you get it?
Okay, let me get a photo.
In this journey called life, there is a lot I have learned. There's a lot more to learn. Life's an open book. You can write what you may want others to read. There's a lot that you may find if you read better than the lines. There's one thing to do.
The Federal Air Traffic Control exists because of it. In the 1940s and 50s, commercial airlines used to take slight detours over the Grand Canyon to give passengers a spectacular view. Because there was no radar tracking or formal air control for high-altitude domestic flights at the time, pilots just kept visual watch. Tragically, this lack of regulation led to a major mid-air collision over the canyon in 1956. The disaster shocked the entire nation, directly prompted the US government to create the Federal Aviation Administration (FAA) to strictly regulate and map out America's airspace. The Falls Cave legend. In 1909, a front-page story in the Arizona Gazette claimed an explorer found a massive underground citadel filled with Egyptian or Tibetan artifacts deep in the canyon. While it turned out to be an elaborate hoax, it sparked decades of conspiracy theories about hidden underground civilizations beneath the desert.
Hand and spoke the words that brought change into my life. Lord, you make me whole. Lord, I surrender everything, and I crown my King. Forever I will sing. Be my God, be my everything. Everything, be my God. And be my everything, be my Lord, be my everything. Forever I will sing. Be my everything, yeah.
On our way back from the Grand Canyon to Lavin, we chose to use a different route, which also gave us a glimpse of a different landscape that we had missed when we were heading to the Grand Canyon. America is truly beautiful, and Americans are truly patriotic. We saw a couple of flags on the way. Arizona is known as the Grand Canyon State. I had been here for a couple of months, but I had not actually gotten to visit it. And towards the end of my trip is when this trip was actually suggested, And I was really blessed to be able to have visited the Grand Canyon. I don't take it for granted. If you gotten to this point on the video, thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.